Yowzy, welcome back to the channel, man. Happy to see y'all. Hopefully y'all happy to see me. Welcome to episode 1 of The Lead Up. See, when I said it, I'll try it again because, bro, when I said it, I'm expecting bros to pop some fly shit on the screen. So welcome everybody into episode 1 of The Lead Up. It should have popped on the screen right there when I did that, and bros is doing his job correctly. Welcome back. Let's talk about battles. Apollo, less than a week away. I love when I get to be able to get in my Stephen A. Smith bag, right? And let's just talk about matchups. Nothing else. So, on our first segment, first episode for Apollo, that's going down this Saturday and Sunday, day 1, day 2, get your pay-per-view. We're going to be keying in on a few matchups. Obviously, most of these matchups are marquee, some more than others, but all of them are good matchups. So we're going to key in on a few I'm excited about, that I think the fans are excited about, or maybe ones that you aren't so excited about. We'll tell you some implications that they might have on them that could change your mind, maybe a few things you're forgetting. So, episode 1, we'll start with Verb, Chilla Jones. Now, I gotta be honest with you. This matchup means a lot to me. First reason, because I have many. It was booked 3 times in about a 10-year span. Maybe a little less. We round it off. Let's just say 10 because it sounds better, even if it's 7. Pause. This battle has been booked 3 times in 10 years. It's not went down. 3rd time is a charm. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Verb hasn't battled since Swamp. Might be forgetting one, but I'm pretty sure that was his last major matchup, which was a major matchup, headlined a Chrome 23 card in Miami. Yes, it did. Day 2. And it's been a while. And dare I say, he's been booked, but some things have happened where those battles have not went down. Verb is talked about by the media and the battle rap fans and the culture in this day and time for more things that happen outside the ring. So when I think about Chilla, who I've spoke to recently, who also feels like his last couple of battles, he needs to get back to the basics, if you will. It's what he said verbatim. And I agree. We need Chilla to stop overthinking and get back into what he does well. Sometimes he might over-angle here, over-exert a certain topic. But we know Chilla for, if I peep inside that Jeep you drive and I see papes, I'm going to follow you with that chopper like a high-speed chase. That's the Chilla we know. All this angling and shit. Let's get to these schemes. And something that I think he's cognizant about, he's noticed, and he's aware of. And I expect him to get back to that in this battle. Here's why Verb is a wild card here. No disrespect, I'm not using that. And we know he's arguably the king of the Midwest, if not the. Birthed it, took it. I'm trying to destroy these. You're trying to build shit. That's been Verb from day 1. Okay? Now, Verb changed a little bit, sure. I don't know if we're such good friends nowadays, but I still have a lot of respect for him and what he's done in his career within the lines of battle rap, which all we're talking about today. Well, if you're Chilla, how do you approach that? You would probably think, as an informed fan, well, Chilla's just going to talk about a bunch of angles, a bunch of things that are going on with Verb outside the ring. Well, doesn't that give Verb the big joker if you think about it? How do you prepare for a guy whose activity has been outside the ring? It's really hard to gauge how Verb is going to approach Chilla. That's advantage Verb here. For me, that gives him a little head start here before the battle starts, because it's tough to gauge where Verb is going to go. Even if you're in a slump, let's say you feel like Verb hasn't been fired lately. This shit isn't football. You don't lose your knees and now you can't run as fast no more, so you're not. No, it's up here. Now, unless you lost your mind, which some of you might say Verb has, I say Verb has always been Verb. He can have one of those performances as a battler. We've seen guys have slumps and then answer the bell. There is no reason to feel like Verb's not going to answer the bell here. And if he does answer the bell, how does Chilla respond? Are the schemes enough? Does he outthink his approach? And if you ask me, the evil genius that Verb is, as he's evil, but some would say he's a genius. I think he knows that. I think Verb knows. It's kind of hard to know how I'm going to attack you. You probably have it all figured out about how you're going to approach me to talk about Hitman. You might talk about this. You might talk about me no showing this. All time. I might have said this. I might have said something that, was offensive to females. That anything. Verb, when he goes, he goes. But how are you going to stop me from attacking you when you have no idea how I'm going to do it? I think that's advantage Verb. And for me, Chilla is a little bit in an uphill battle with the preparation. But nevertheless, y'all, this is two future Hall of Famers. Locking in. Think about them at their best when you compare them before the battle happens and tell me how exciting the matchup really is. If you think about an A+ Verb, A+ Chilla, let's just assume that's what we're getting. That's a main event on most cards, 80% of cards. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. I'm very excited for that battle. It's a big win for Verb if he can get it. It's a big win for Chilla if he can get it. I think this battle has fireworks. I think this battle has been under talked about. And I also think it's going to sell. It's going to hit. Can't wait to see that battle. Hopefully we may get a face-off. I've done a Verb face-off a time or two. They're pretty good. He's fun to talk to before the battle. It's fun to hear his thought process because you never can be pinpoint on how he's thinking. And then also Chilla Jones, maybe trying to make another run at it, right? Former KOTD champion. All that good shit. They both have accolades. This battle should be fire. Battle number 2. Once again, bro, it should be hitting the screen once I lay this down. No diddy. A Ward versus New Jersey Twork. Zoom. Right there. Zoom. Maybe one of our bros did it twice. A Ward versus New Jersey Twork. Another main event potential battle. Worthy battle. Right? This battle is important. Well, if you guys are scared to say it, I'll say it. Don't we always love a good old RBE versus URL matchup? if you're really a fan and you get caught up in the dramatization of this shit, little corny shit like that matters too, right? We always love the league versus league stuff, right? Big K versus Tay-Rock battle turned out good, but the lead up to it was monumental. We had a Cody versus Cody potential. It's RBE's big dog, URL's big dog. Well, this fits the mold. It's the same thing, just like when Big K versus Twork went down after Big K versus Tay-Rock. It was almost like a follow-up. It was almost like a sequel. We love these matchups for reasons you know why. Don't pretend like you don't. We think about it like that. So do the battlers. Twork knows what this is about. Twork is getting them phone calls. Hey, you better not let that white boy. He getting them phone calls. Those tweets. A Ward is very aware of all of that also. Let me tell you something about A Ward. He's like the Danny Garcia of battle rap. And I'll tell you why. He can and probably will beat everybody that's good in a battle rap. All the good battle rappers, he can beat them. He can beat, you can name a bunch of good battle rappers that are good. Maybe not great, but are good. He's running through that field. Hiccup here and there, yeah. But 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10, he's clipping the good battle rappers. To get A Ward up out of here in a meaningful battle, well, you got to go up into the top tier pool where there's only about 8 to 12 guys floating around in those waters. Here's a secret, though. Well, it's not a secret. It's the truth. Those guys that you need to go to that level to get to mess with A Ward, if they cheat, cut corners, they meet the same fate as all the guys in the good pool. That's how good A Ward is. Doesn't get enough respect. It's always questioned. Always acts like he's not in that cloth. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's like a 2-3 division weight champion. Maybe he didn't unify the belts yet, but he's a 2-3 different weight champion. Division weight class champion. Twork can't cheat here. Twork can't cut corners here. Twork can't take shortcuts. Not against A Ward. Now, he's probably looking at what he did in this Big K battle and saying, okay, as long as I'm that, everything should take care of itself. Well, on paper, I'd agree. But you were lights out versus Big K. If your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. That Twork is the best Twork on the planet. That Twork, only 2 to 3 guys can mess with that Twork. How often do we get that Twork nowadays? When's the last time we saw him do it 2-3 times back to back to back? When? If I'm missing it, let me know. I know he has them, but I'm talking about that run. Like, damn, Twork done did it here, back to back to back. Right? Just had a battle with Vixen. Little chokey choke in there. I can't lie. We all saw it. He can't afford a fumble here versus A Ward. A Ward is good enough to get 2 rounds against him. So he can't give away a round. Because Ward's good enough to just win a round against him. He can't give one away. Twork, it has to be one of those performances, respectfully. And what does it mean for A Ward? You know? What does it mean for him if he wins against New Jersey Twork on a big card? I think it means what we already should know. I don't want to say he's arrived because he's already been here. But it just means that you can see him go and take a loss, a tough loss, a la against Av, and bounce right back and give a special performance against a special battler who needs his A game to win this. I know how good Twork is, but I do not believe B game Twork wins this. C plus game Twork wins this. I don't. I'm sorry. So this battle has fireworks written all over it. Because I'm assuming I'm getting A game from both of them. Now, if that's the case, A Ward's in an uphill fight. He's going against Jaruz. If Jaruz show up, sometimes when he's in that bag, it doesn't matter who he's battling. And A Ward, respectfully, as good as he is not absolved of that. If Twork is in his bag, it's one of those unfortunate situations where you just fall victim to the greatness. Right? But doesn't the rebuttal game crazy play a little factor in here? I think it does. And I think it's what makes this battle special. So that wraps up our first episode 1 of the lead up. I will see you this Saturday. I will see you Friday at the press conference. And if your friends won't tell you, Frozy will. We got some battles happening on the press conference on Friday, mixed with the face-offs. I don't know too many people doing that. So this Friday, we got face-offs and we got battles. None of the battles that are on the card, these are other battles, but they will be there. The energy will be in the building. Froze will be there. Bros will be there. The battles will be there. See you in Houston.
Watch me like they